Hello wanderers, welcome to the island of Crete. We are sailing the Greek Isles with Azamara this week, and today we are going to be exploring Crete by visiting the Palace of Knossos. It was built almost 4,000 years ago.
We're also going to take a look at the capital city, Heraklion.
We disembarked the ship with our tickets in hand and boarded the coach bus that would take us to the palace.
This is a popular site, so it's very crowded.
Knossos is the largest of the palaces erected by the Bronze Age Minoan civilization. The first palace was constructed around 1900 BC, but over time, various earthquakes and volcanic eruptions caused massive damages, resulting in many iterations and renovations of newer palaces built over the ruins.
Despite these challenges, a surprising portion of Knossos still stands today. Here's a reconstruction of one of the many red columns that surrounded the ancient palace.
This is actually an original base of one of the columns in the palace. Now, they never found the actual columns. They believe that they were made out of wood, so after all of these years and earthquakes and fires and water, they were destroyed, but the bases are still here, and that's how they know that they existed. Reconstructed frescoes depict men and women holding vessels of wine, honey, and other sacrifices to their goddess.
These large pots are partially original and partially concrete, repaired by British archaeologist Arthur Evans a century ago.
Here you can see large storerooms built underground to keep items cool.
So we are in the long line to view the throne room of the palace, so we figured we'd take this opportunity to tell you a little bit about this place. This palace was built in about 1700 BC, and it was part of the Minoan civilization, which they claim to be the oldest civilization in Europe, so called because of the mythological King Minos, who built the labyrinth where the Minotaur lived. And in theory, this is the palace where the labyrinth was. We'll see if we see any of that.
So we're now in the throne room. The floor, the throne, and the stone benches are all original. That means they're all... Let's take a look.
So you may be watching and thinking, wow, these ruins are so well preserved. Well, they're not. They were reconstructed in the 1900s when Evans, the archaeologist who really did the main excavation on this site, discovered it and said, hey, let's rebuild a lot of these things. So any of the columns that you see, as Kelly said earlier, are reconstructions, and pretty much you can kind of see the difference between the actual stones and the concrete that he used to reconstruct it.
Other areas include the royal apartments and more storerooms. Terracotta pipes can be seen here, which brought water to the palace from nearby natural springs.
So the mural depicted here has an olive tree and a bull, both very important symbols of Crete.
So it's not much to look at, but as a theater major, I am of course a bit excited about the fact that this is the theater of the palace. And it's one of the oldest in all the world.
How cool is that?
So, no labyrinth and no Minotaur, but it was still wonderful to explore the ruins of Knossos Castle.
And now we are in downtown Heraklion doing a walking city tour.
It was still wonderful to explore Knossos.
Let's go shopping.
The street market in Heraklion was stocked with various soaps, natural sponges, an assortment of items made from olive tree wood, Greek-style headbands, lots of jewelry, gorgeous hanging lamps, and of course, lots of evil eye talismans, which are believed to protect against malevolent gazes.
We got shoes, we got jewelry, we got leather, we got evil eyes, and we got meat, people. Meat.
So we got some jewelry for Kelly, some gifts for friends, and some sweets for us.
It was a successful day of shopping in Heraklion.
The final stop of our walking tour brought us to Agios Titos, an Orthodox church in the center of town. First erected in the 10th century, it has been rebuilt many times due to earthquakes and war. It has been used by Catholics, Orthodox Christians, and Muslims over the centuries.
Well, we are back at our ship. Our day in Crete is done. We hope that you learned something about Knossos and enjoyed watching the shopping in Heraklion.
We'll see you on the next Greek island. As always, thanks for watching us wander.